2 minutes. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, stand up. Okay, guys, so this is how I wash and condition. Wash and condition my 5-year-old Aaliyah's hair. You can bend down more so I can see your head. So as you can see, we are well overdue. Turn your head. Turn your head. We're well overdue. This is like going on almost 3 weeks, I think. And I know, shame on me. Shame on me for letting it get to this point. There's just so much has been going on. We went away to a family reunion out of state. They actually went to the pool, and I wanted to wash her hair before we went, but that didn't happen. So maybe it's 2 weeks. I can't remember, but it's definitely more than a week. So it's just, it really needs some TLC at this point. Like, it's so shrunken. It's just, yeah, dry. In the middle, I can still see, I don't know if you could see, but I still see some curl definitions from when I had our hair braided up. But everything outside, like around the perimeter, is just dry. Alright, so as you already know, I'm using my trusty 22nd Century Natural Hair Woman shampoo bar. And this is in, I think this one is lavender. The blue package is lavender. Hurry up. And then I'm going to use the last of my deep conditioner. I think this is a deep one. I don't remember because the words are like off already. But this is either deep or mild. Either way, both works fine for our hair. The deep one is a bit more richer than the mild. If I had to just stick with one, I don't know. I like both of them. But if your strands are finer, which I find my youngest daughter, who I'm about to do her hair is a tiny bit finer than my hair, my oldest. So the mild works perfect in her hair. But when I use deep conditioner in her hair from 22nd Century, it doesn't really make that much of an impact because I don't use that much of it. So anyway, yeah, this is her deep conditioner, or mild, I don't remember. But this one's in lavender. I always freeze my conditioners. I always freeze my conditioners. I never leave them in the fridge, only because, like I said, it's natural. It's 100% natural ingredients. And I don't condition our hair on a weekly basis. I only condition our hair like once every 3 months, once every 2 months, or if I feel it needs it, I'll condition it. But I don't condition it often, so therefore I freeze it to make sure that it doesn't spoil soon, you know? When I get ready to use it though, I'll put it in the fridge so it can thaw out. Or if it's winter time, I'll just let it sit on the counter because it's like really cool in the house. And then I'll use it there. And I'll show you the consistency. If I can get some out. So this is like the consistency of it. It's pretty thick. And it's like liquid gold. Like, I'm telling you, when I put this stuff in her hair, is as if she was 1 year old all over again. It's just so, it penetrates it so well. All right, so I always have a number of tools with me. I'll have different types of combs. So from widest, kind of fine, I guess kind of fine. I don't know, I'll just have different sets of combs. So this is how it looks right out the package. You see how thick it is? It's a pretty big bar. And like I said, between us three, I go through a bar like in 1.5 to almost 2 months. And that's us three, you know? So if it's just you using it, expect it to last you even longer. Alright, and I use like the tip of my fingers. I don't use my nails. I never use my nails. But I use the tip of my fingers to really massage it in, break up any dead skin, and really try to work out the sebum. Sorry. No. Alright, turn. Okay, so what I like to do, because I use the water to keep the hair lubricated, so I just have the water poured down the hair, and then I'll take the comb and start detangling. Because I find when I have constant water running on the hair, it's a lot easier for the hair to move apart from each other. So that's when I start detangling. And it definitely helps me get through it a lot faster. Oh yeah. So now I'm just going to clip back the back section so I can really work with this section right here. Now I'm not raking through the hair where I'm like breaking it. When I feel resistance, I lift the comb up and then go back to the starting point, and I just keep working it until I bring those shed hair out. So it may look like I'm being rough and I'm breaking her hair, but I'm really not. And I do this all the time with my hair, and as you can see, it's growing. So, yeah. But because I left her hair in that state for that amount of time, it's going to be a little longer. So, it's going to be patient. See some of the shedded hair is down, so I'm just gonna cut that out. Back. Alright, so now we're done with all the washing, and here I'm just, I don't know what to do. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 plaits with some scrunchies. So I'm just recycling the parts that were already in her head. I'm not the best at parting, if you haven't noticed, so just bear with me. In case you're wondering, this is how much hair I pulled out. I'm sure there's some broken hair, but for the most part it's all shedded. So that's what came out. Turn, and that's 3 weeks worth. 3 weeks. Okay, so she's posing for the camera, but this is the finishing results. So turn your head. Yeah, make a 360. So here's the back. Alright, I try to do a little something here with the design, but that's as best as I can do. But yeah, this is it. The front part, if you can see, this part's coming up. I have to put it down, but we had experimented with some scissors earlier this year, so all like this part, turn around some more. No, turn and face me. Yeah, so like all